Greetings, my name is Enketsu Oji. Shit. My name is Seimei Seiji. I'm a Rakshasa, and I'm riding a dragon. But right now, we're driving a truck in the southern Mediterranean. I'll show you my route here. We are just picked up a load of high pressure slide valves. I'm not sure what those are used for, but they're on the itinerary. And world map. We're going to come through Naples. We're going to take a snap. Looks like maybe that's Mount Vesuvius. So we're going to take a picture of Mount Vesuvius. Come down through the toe of Italy. Messina. Palermo. From Palermo, we're taking the ferry to Valencia, Spain. Down through Murcia. And finally delivery in Almeria. And trip time is 43, so that gives me, I think the ferry counts as a sleep. It's 12 hours to the ferry in Palermo, which means we're going to stop here at the boot and catch a nap before we cross over into Sicily. And with that, let's take off. I will be posting this video later with some audio tweaks. Probably in the morning in a few hours, and that'll be a instant premiere because that's how you get people to watch it. I don't know. I've tried it and it works. I can verify that it gets more views that way. What I like to do is, when it's available, when I'm comfortable, there's not a lot of turns involved, I like to go up on the roof, do the roof cam. I'm going way too fast here. That view doesn't have the pedometer on it. I'm not good enough where I can just know how fast I'm going by the landscape. Alright, we got a whip of shitty here. It's what we call a U-turn in the shadow realm, whipping a shitty. Up and over. And around and again. Hey, 3, 2, 1, gun it. I gotta turn over here. Sunny beach. I got trying to kill someone. I like to road rage a little bit just for fun. I haven't seen some of this here. There's a lot of turns, so I'll probably be in the cabin for most of this until we get up on the highway. I am a little bit of a speed demon. So if you see the red flashing number, that means I'm speeding. You're going to see it a lot. Get used to it. It might be annoying. But I am committed to safety. I like to say. Unless you get in my way. Then I'll think about it. Do it again now. That song gets stuck in my head sometimes. I just had to act that out, or because the worm does not go away. The earwig does not go away without feeding the need. You've got to start humming that, or the subconscious does not let it go freely. Sits there in some on the subliminal track, chiding you until you hum that song. It's so catchy. I think it's marked as Charlie Puth, but it sounds so much different from anything else he's made that I'm not sure if it's him or maybe some remix. You never know on YouTube if you're listening to the real song or not, unless you see the credits down at the bottom, which you don't get that on YouTube Music. I think it's something I wound up in my recommended feed after my kid played on the living room TV and using my YouTube channel for searching. And you know what? It's a great way to find new artists, actually. I dig it. You ever getting bored with your YouTube? Give it to somebody else for a while and you get some weird suggestions. Sometimes now the AI can actually detect that by the choices. It's like, what are you, the CIA now? It actually may be worse. Because they're corporate. Their goal is profit, not civil disorder or order. Yeah, you never know. You know what those. Generally, they think they're doing it for the betterment of humanity, but whether that actually exists in practice is another matter. Fuck. Whoa. I just crossed over 5 lanes with a single turn. That was slightly illegal. I just broke the law 5 times in 2 seconds. That was awesome. But I did safely. Yeah, I suppose. This is kind of a political. I do get kind of political sometimes out of the blue. Maybe I should use that tag, whatever. Some people are sensitive that way. They get triggered. And I am sensitive to that, empathetic to that condition. We're going to pick up a little fuel before we hit the island. Because I have a feeling it's cheaper on the Little Sicily. Is this the Big Sicily or the Little Sicily? Around Naples, I don't know. used to be Naples and the island were together in a nation called the Kingdom of Two Sicilies. That was between the First and Second World War, and maybe as far back as Napoleon even. Do I need a nap? No, it's 11 o'clock. Just need fuel. And there's a truck cock blocking both pumps here. But I can do this. You're getting cucked right now. Right, man, that's not that's not a family-friendly word, I guess. Pay attention, I'll show you how it's done. A little bit of Georgia coming out there. And I'm mostly just myself. I know there's some people want like a solid veil between the character and the operator, but I am a man of both worlds, a man of many worlds, and a name in each realm, a different name for each realm, a different name, and sometimes I get them mixed up, and you're just gonna have to forgive me for that. A lot. And besides that, I'm a shapeshifter too, so what you see is not always what you get. Be so advised. You might wake up with a snake in the bed. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I really like. I just reflected on Hachama that she turned that spider meme inside out and did a whole dress, and she had the spider web lace dress. It was really pretty, and you know, she's one of those characters when she lets her freak fly. It's real content. You know, she goes all the way. Really admire her, and she's a fantastic creator. Like she's been my Oshi since I think I first saw her in 2018, and it was just like well, what it turned out, what I first saw her, it was this internet meme that was going around with. And she took her 3D model and she twisted it into like 50 pretzels. I didn't realize it was like a popular meme at the time, so it was like this really chimey echo of the voice being like doo doo doo. I can't even remember what the word was, da 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 or something like that. And then like there's some amorphous transmutation of the screen in a spiral manner, and it's like her eyes and her neck and twist into like 20 different pretzels. Really cool. Quite a show. But one of the most bizarre things I had ever seen, and I just realized at that moment that she was a special creator and was going to do something wonderful. And then what happened in 2019, her and her, I think Coco was her kohai. Hachama was the senpai. I'm not sure or maybe they were gen mates. I'm not sure if they were gen mates. if they're peers or if they're, but I'm getting into irrelevant territory, so I'm basically there was a internet trend in 2018 and 19 that people would have these little JavaScript flag counters on their websites. And a couple of VTubers started picking that up. I think I was watching one of the Chinese HoloLive VTubers, and they were doing that. And then I was watching, I think it was Russia. Yeah, Russia, who is now known as the operator is now known as Miki Neko. I don't think that's a big surprise to anyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it, because where have you been hiding under a rock for the last 26 years that this has been news, you know? Anyways, so I'm, yeah, I know there's might be some spoilers ahead. And if you're sensitive to VTuber news. And so what happened was, yeah, there was a meme about where are your viewers coming from. And a couple of the Japanese HoloLive streamers said the word Taiwan. And if you're and the staunch Chinese nationalists that were, this is the new world here, folks. It's the 21st century. Anybody can be tuning in. I need to be aware of that too. So the Chinese nationalists are very sensitive to that word because they believe in the one China policy. And but as far as I know, Taipei still has a majority that believes themselves to be a separate country, and Google does not seem to favor that theory. There's no international border line in the Strait of Taiwan that I have ever. I think that went up. There used to be in like 2014, where the very, very early days of Google Maps. Well, I was an early adopter of all kinds of technology, so you're going to have to follow with me. Yeah, in the very early days, as of like 14, I think 2014 is when they changed that policy. Originally, like 2014, I think there was a line, and in order to satisfy its customers in mainland China, Google no longer shows a border, an international border in the Strait of Taiwan. And the reason is to support their customers in the U.S. And because it was starting arguments. And really, I think that's a matter for the people who live there, and I don't want to get too involved in which way is which, and I just have never lived there, so I can't speak for those people. I know I have some friends that lived in mainland China, and they thought it was a fantastic place to live. And I've had a lot of propaganda taught to me, you know. Oh, I definitely should use the politics flag. Anyways, I'm talking about VTuber history, and there's just no getting away from it, because China has been very influential in the entire online community, especially in the past 10 years or so. And so there's just no getting around it if you're talking about internet history. Um, and I'm all for more people having access to technology. So I'm going to go along that route. So I was watching Lucia, and she had that, one of those flag counters, and a couple of the other Hololives tried it too. One was named Kiryu Koko. She was a dragon streamer. And another one was Akai Hato, also known as Hachama, who is still the only one of those three who did this experiment and lived to tell the tale. Because the other two were graduated very soon after that incident. And most people cite pressure from Chinese nationals as for the reason for their graduation. And well, I'll say this, that both of those creators that were cut moved on and had very successful careers. The operators themselves moved on in life and had very successful careers after that. And I would even venture to say that they are more popular now than they have ever been. So you got to say that sometimes fate hands you lemons and you make some lemonade. And those two ladies, fantastic business people, and I really respect that hustle they've got. So that's why I was inspired to do this, become a virtual talent. You know, I see all these fantastic creators and a new way to tell the story that have been floating around in my head for a long time, and I see this new technology, and I want to join in and tell some of these great stories I've been working on for centuries in the back of my head. And being a spiritually fluid person, I have I believe my dreams give me hints about my past lives, and so this Rakshasa character that I have, it's an analog, and then there's numerous facades and characters that I have associated myself with over the years, and this one I created on my own. It's been in development for about 1.5 years. I have done some pilot streams here and there, and now I have come to the decision that I don't want to be a corporate VTuber because I want to script my own experience. I want to be in control of my own destiny. I still like my day job. I don't think I'm good. I don't think I'm I don't think it's I'm gonna make money this way. I don't see it as a career path. I see it as an outlet for my artistic side of my personality. And also, I think Iron Mouse was a big inspiration because, well, she's the number one English VTuber in the world. I don't care what measure, who's counting. I don't know who's counting, but yeah. I think it's probably between her and maybe Callie. I'd love to see those two do a song together. I would love to see that. Wouldn't that be awesome? Callie has been on Iron Mouse's show before, on Speak of the Devil, her talk show, her interview talk show. So they have streamed together before, but they've never done any music together. And they're both very musical, but I don't think Iron Mouse really releases any original music. I think she's more of a cover song person, but Callie does do some amazing cover songs too. But now she's actually a professional recording artist, and her original works are fantastic and doing very well. I'm very proud to see it, because I remember sitting there in her stream and there was less than 1,000 people, in the first early days of How Live EN. I remember that. Maybe 800. I was there for the infamous dad stream, I was there for the a lot of infamous streams. I hope I'm not the problem. Maybe it's just my bad luck. But whatever the case, if you call that bad luck, I'm sure they'd like some more, because they are very successful as people now. Okay. Where's I going? Yeah, let's go ahead and save, because I'm getting lost in my thoughts here. I like to use this spot use that slot in these circumstances. Let me take a look at the world map real quick. Okay, we're about to go over. It's actually a ferry, not a bridge, but it's only a 30-minute ferry. Then we're going to drive along the north coast of Sicily to Palermo. Ooh, maybe we should go get let's go capture the flag here. I'm interested in doing that. And it looks like that might be Mount Etna. I'll catch a snap of Mount Etna too. I believe that to be Mount Etna, which is the world's most active volcano, located in the heart of Sicily. And you notice there's no people over here, because I believe it's all volcanic rock. The soil is almost unairable for a lot of the southern part of Sicily, I believe. All right, it's not far from Tunisia as well. All right, where am I? Oh, let us delete this marker, making me, before I go around in circles 5 times and like a dog chasing his tail. You want to just shut up and drive. Let's pop up on the roof here. Just a big old wall. Once that opens up, though, it's going to be a pretty view over this bridge. Yeah. There must be a village down there on the left. But it's still covered in trees. Here we go. Gets really loud in the tunnel. You might want to cover your ears. Should have warned you ahead of time. Oh, there we go. That's kind of pretty. What are they doing there? Mining? Or is that some kind of water project? Interesting. Oh, there's a bike route down there. Separate tunnel for bicycles. I didn't know they had that kind of level of detail. Looks like the truck route is going this way, guiding us this way. I'm gonna go up and through the town. Ah, we're getting close to the ferry now. There's the lighthouse off on the right. And a pretty little church down there too. Just be careful not to cross the rock slides with their loud engine. Oh. Let's stop and take a look. I'll hop into camera mode and look around. See, I like this. See what I mean? Here's it. See if I can get the chapel. I want to see a little picture of this villa here to post on my Steam page. I tried to line up the trees just right, so there's little cypress trees down there, kind of pretty. And 3, 2, 1, cheese. I'm gonna make that the snapshot on the YouTube video. I'll export that to my. It's kind of hard to find the pictures. Sometimes I just go into my Steam profile and wind up just downloading it to my pictures folder. That's how I like to do it. Because it's really tough to navigate. Because you got to use some kind of like those percent sides or something like. You know, wildcards. You got to use wildcards just to even find the screenshot folder on. And my ADD just loses it sometimes, so I wind up going through this main Steam menu to get that. Anyways, yeah, that's enough talking about Steam and issues and organization. Let's head out back onto the road here. Unless I get a better picture, I think that'll be the thumbnail for the YouTube video. Metastatic content. No. I don't know what metastasis is in the I don't know where that enters my vocabulary, and I think that's like a medical term. I don't know. Probably thinking metaphysics. Ba, 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 da, ba. Oh, I could sing my old parody of that, but I think I might get in trouble, even though I wrote it myself. Oh, that was Frosty the Snowman. Burl Ives classic. Sweet. That's a little bit of a slowdown here. We're going to be going down into that town we just took a picture of. Go down to 40. Okay. Let's take our time. Take our time and enjoy the view here. That's something I like to do. A lot of cypress trees here in this little town. Get a picture of the truck, yeah. I think I'm going to put that in the title of the video. That's going to be the name of the series, Truck Yeah. Now that the Mediterranean is more or less complete, you know, the European, yeah, you can go all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland, all the way to Istanbul now, non-stop, except for a couple of ferry rides, one ferry ride, and go all the way from like Brave, France, all the way down to Istanbul without taking a ferry anywhere, and it ends at the Dardanelles. There's no what's the main part of Turkey called again? The Asian side of Turkey is called the. I'm thinking of the geographic name. Like a Anatolia. That's right. There's a song named after one of the main cities on the Mediterranean. Anatolia. That's the big part of Turkey. That's aka Asia Minor is another term for that part of the world, but that's a less specific to the peninsula that forms the main part of Turkey. That's called Anatolia. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And for geographical reflection, let's get back on the road here. I do want to try to finish this by 7:30 because then I have to deal with getting the kids off to school. The little tiger cubs. Nope. My little tiger cub. And you gotta you make him something good to eat and make sure he's in good enough health to go to school. He goes to magic school, not unlike Harry Potter, but definitely a very, very different school from the one from Hogwarts. Definitely not Hogwarts. It's a lot more chaotic kind of school. And they don't just teach good magic there. They also teach jamas and charm crafting, such items, such skills as Yuhuzi, a real demonic child. We still believe in honor and integrity, but good or evil, maybe not so much, you know. You know, you don't hear. I don't know. I think Iron Mouse has backed off on that moniker of being Satan. Maybe that's just the maturity of her age, though. I think she's close to. I don't want to. Well, maybe it's not good to speculate, but I have seen her in 2018. I do believe she was pretty close to coming of age in 2018. So if you add 6 years, you can do the math yourself. There's a a reasonable range where I expect that number to be. But I'm not going to speculate on specifics. But also psychologically, you can kind of tell how old she is too by her word choices and vocabulary, and her sense of humor as well. I can't help it. I'm smart. I just build profiles of people in my head, and I have a lot of respect for what she's become and how she's leveraged her talents, and her networking ability is phenomenal as well. What an amazing talent. Probably one of the best talents of the 21st century. A real groundbreaker. When all the Hololive EN girls were still figuring out what side of the bed to sleep on, she had that vision that she knew what she wanted to create in life, and it was really fascinating. And I'm glad we got to be able to witness such a marvelous talent come to flower. And I don't think, I don't want to make comparisons because that's considered very rude in the 21st century. So that's something we used to do when I was in high school. Maybe it's just childish to make comparisons to people, anyways. So I'm gonna avoid that. But I just think she's really a real innovator in the medium of online entertainment. She'd be commended for that. Maybe she'll get a lifetime achievement award someday. And some she probably if VTubing is still around and in another 10 years, maybe she will get the lifetime achievement award. You know what I mean? And who knows? Things might spread out into 3D and AI, where VTubing looks like PHP bulletin board looks now. You look back at PHP BB and you go on Discord and it looks like a piece of crap. There's no animated GIFs for your profile picture or shit like that. No flashing colors on your profile screen. And kids, even me growing up, when I was I was trying to sneak in a drink of soda here, but the green light caught me off guard. Excuse me. Pardon my mannerisms. Somewhere I have a quick mute button configured on my keyboard, but I can't think of it in time to make it work. So I just keep rolling because I don't know. I've always been a belcher, whatever. I've always been a belcher since middle school. I'll just let her rip sometimes. I'm actually a lot better now than I was in my 20s. I was a real heathen in my 20s. I scratch my ass anywhere. I don't do that anymore. I wait till I get around the corner and then I let the farts fly, and do what I gotta do to adjust my wardrobe there. Sometimes I'll even go in the bathroom stall and do that. Our locker room at work is not private either, so. Going all too fast there. Traffic is a real crawl here in Messina. Especially behind me. I'm only going... I can't get going up this hill. I thought I fixed that at the service center, but I guess this truck is getting old. I am using a custom gearbox though with the retarder. Sometimes that causes some chassis damage. Just grinding gears here and there is unavoidable, especially when there's thick traffic in urban settings. I guess I'll put my headlights in passive mode here. And they just go on and off automatically when I enter a tunnel. Or if it starts raining. I was just about to accelerate across that line. I don't want to go through the coin line. I'm pulling straight ahead. Bite me. I've got to pass. This is how modern trucking works. It just trucking works. Truck yeah. Trucking just works. It just trucking works. Truck yeah. Working on a little entry video here. Maybe I'll do a remix of my buddy's guitar and put some lyrics on it. Thinking about getting I see they've got a Yamaha released a English Vocaloid now, and I was thinking about using that for the text, for a little text-to-speech song, you know, do a little TTS and mix it down with some of my industrial goth beat. I think that would be cute and fun to do. If I ever get enough time off from the I gotta think of an analog for that. If I ever get enough time off from the Mana Farm, that's what I'll call it, the Mana Farm. What are those trees called again? Ah, yeah. Jane trees. But the fruit is called mana. That's, I'm getting, this is according to the, some of the Hindu holy books that I read in my 30s. I read the Rig Veda and the Atharva Veda. The Atharva Veda, I actually had to look it up. I got it off the Pirate Bay from a, there was an entire library of Vedic texts, like a gigabyte of, in JPEGs, a gigabyte. That's how many books was in that torrent file. It was ridiculous. All photocopies, you know, like they literally, it was literally scanned in with a professional handheld scanner. Like you take the element that's in a Xerox, which you got to be careful with that. Like you got to wear special equipment because those rays can damage your skin. You can get skin cancer from holding that element too close. So I'm not sure. They must have used some kind of a safety equipment. I hope they used some kind of safety equipment for that. Anyways, yeah, it was from the University of Bangalore. I believe it was Bangalore that published it. And I guess that's what PhDs are for, man. that guy a PhD, whoever did that, and uploaded it to the Pirate Bay. Thank God. Thank God for the Pirate Bay, you know what I mean? All these holy texts so we can have good philosophical and constructive discussions about theology. That's all I've got to say on that subject. It's a good thing they exist. Is that must be that's Mount Etna there, eh? Let's check out the viewpoint. Shut down the truck. Hit the A button. Here we go. Here's the Grand Tour, scripted by the game designers. This is the village of Etna, or is what? Is Mount Etna like deified, like what they do in the? They probably wouldn't be allowed in Catholicism. Most of the inhabitants of Sicily follow Catholicism, so I don't think they would deify their mountains here, like they do in some Asian countries. Certain Aramaic beliefs that deified some mountains too, I believe, or had sacred spaces on mountain highs, I think. I was just watching. There's a rabbi I've been watching on YouTube that talks about ancient spiritual beliefs. And, oh my goodness, this trailer's too wide to turn around here. Way too long. Maybe these neighbors will let me turn around in their yard. Let's see. How do I enable the? Is that it? No, that's the signal. There it is. That is my beacon going? No. It's almost dark. I gotta get to that pier soon. I don't want to dally too long. Oh good, there's no big gate. It's a spa. Maybe I'll spend the night sometime. Promise. I'll come back and spend the night one of these days I come through Sicily. I promise, folks. Just let me turn around here. Is that alright? Very kind of you, thank you. And off we go. Now that's what I like doing, is the imagination. This is why I believe even though I'm not a great speaker, I have a very vivid imagination. You know, I've got that chunibyo. I got that chunibyo so bad still, even though I'm a what do you call it? My earthly counterpart is a Showa. I'm a Showa. If you're counting in the some people, when they're saying their age and they want to be vague about it, they'll say what emperor of Japan they were born during. So I was born during the Showa dynasty, the late Showa. And I like Showa. I left my differential locked. Go ahead. I gotta let this guy go around then. Don't be slow. If you're that fucking impatient, you better drive fast. You know what I mean? I hate that. People, you cut you off, and then the next thing you see is brake lights for the next fucking mile. I hate that. I hate those people. Don't be one of those guys. Don't be one of those drivers. Please. You're killing us. It was pretty. Let's see if I can catch a view of the sunset with the roof cam. Oh yeah, is that the ocean, the Mediterranean? I want to catch it. I want to get at this yield. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Beautiful. Go to media photo. I'm gonna catch a picture of the sunset over the Mediterranean in Sicily. This is gonna be gorgeous. If I can, That's a little early, but I'll take it. And I don't want to see the Greek trailer in Sicily. And there's a spot. No, the spot sign is fine. Because I want to remember that I'm coming here for a massage when I'm done with my long trip to Spain. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do the bass now. I can't help. You just gotta sing that loud, or the curse cannot be lifted. It sits as an earwig in your deep mind, like the fucking little, like Baldur's Gate 3. It just sits there, ready to eat your brains if you refuse to sing along, you know. Maybe if we have time at the end. I see the light is coming, so I don't know. Let me check. I gotta verify here. I can't be in it. I'm not the time warp. Yeah, got about 10 minutes. So we're gonna get to halfway to Palermo, and I'm gonna have to take about a 30-minute break, about an hour. Yeah. I will just make the edit on the video, so I'm very sorry, but I have to take care of the tiger cub in about 10 minutes. Just a forewarning. I will see. Let me think. Let me see if do I have, what's my viewership looking like? And nobody in there, so I'm just gonna take off when I need to, and then I'll make the cut in the video later. 3, 2, 1, cut. Something like that. Let's see how far can I get it along the coast. Hopefully I can get to Palermo in 10 minutes. I think I can. But it's going to be cutting it close. You may hear my alarm going off, but I'll edit that. I'll fix it on the video. I'm just in drive. I'm in my driving zone now, so I might be quiet. I'm gonna be doing some ensorcelment to try to get to Palermo in 10 minutes. Oh, hula 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 hula. Please, please. Let me take that lane, please. Fuck you. I'm gonna take it anyways. You're not gonna let me in. Yeah, lucky I didn't just slam you into the guardrail. I'm really ruthless sometimes. I almost min-maxed that mini. I'm about to min-max that mini. Me being Max, of course. How do you tell a boy egg from a girl egg? It's a dad yolk. You think the game heard me when I said that? I think the AI has speech recognition and covertly decides if it's going to cock block you on doing that nifty lane changes and shit. I'm conjuring Fafnir so I can beat the shit out of this road real quick. Oh, dang. Wrong lane. Well, it was nice while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. How come he gets to take the... How come he gets to take the easy way? That's no fair game. I'll call foul on the developers for that. Oh, I have to go through town, so it gets very... I'm actually getting close. I'm on the outskirts of Palermo here. I see. I really did crush it. Amazing. What kind of cheese is Palermo again? I think there's a cheese called Palermo, or named after Palermo. An older name of Palermo. Can't remember what it... No, provolone is in the heart of Italy. Parmesan? Oh no, Parma is on a different town. Yeah, I'm thinking of Parma. Right? I don't think they have it included, but it would be like over here somewhere. I think Parma, kind of past the Catania, and over here I think is a town called Parma. city. And that's where the word Parmesan is derived from Parma, a denizen of the city of Parma, Sicily, is called Parmesan. And so the cheese is the possessive form of the city, the name of the city, Parma. Palm trees. I should turn my brights on. I'm getting obsessed with taking photos, and I really don't need to hurry. Actually, I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Not too fast for safe. Not too too much of a hurry for safety though. I'm wondering if that's I'm gonna take a little detour and cover some fog of war. That's what they call it in most and other games. I know this isn't a war game, but I think that's the technical term for it anyways. Fog of war. When you get that gray color that's on the map where I've never driven. Yeah, it's a Renault dealer. Okay. Should I stop in for service? Let's take a look at my diagnostic screen real quick. Everything's looking great, except for a little bit of wear on the tires. I'll take a pass. At least there's no street parking on this town. Oh man, I'm still like traumatized from trying to drive on those little Greek islands. And even in game, it's just like, uh oh, I missed my spot. I missed my turn off here. I have to go around the circle again. If you miss, a roundabout is its own discipline. Learn how to drive, idiot. In the actual physical form. Okay, my voice is actually broken down, and so I'm gonna stop at the ferry. When I stop at the ferry, I'm gonna make a cut there, and I will continue the game in about an hour. I'll need an hour so I can take care of Tiger Cub. That's it. Sorry, folks. 7:30 sharp. Do appreciate you tuning in. My name is Seimei Seiji, and I will catch you all next time. Farewell. In about an hour, I'll be back on.